we had our bus break down outside of some small town in Idaho. And so they sent a party bus to pick us up, to take us to the next location. And as a party bus, we all got on the party bus, and we're driving down the road, and I'm looking around, and we're all talking and having a laugh. And I remember, wonder where Joey is.
Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on Starline by a singer-songwriter and artist. You've heard his work on America's Next Top Model, Friends with Benefits, and seen in The Fourth Alice. He went from his extensive European and summer tour to now touring with the #1 ABBA Tribute show, Mania. As Bjorn, we welcome Michael Wagner.
Hey! How are you, man?
Absolutely great. Michael, let's go beyond the mic. In Mania, you speak with a Swedish accent. How long did it take for you to perfect that?
About 6 months, because it is the most nondescript accent, and it just took forever, man. I think I finally on this tour kind of got it down, but yeah, it was one of those tricky ones, It's in particular with Bjorn especially, because I think he was educated in England, so he had a bit of both. He had a bit of like a hybrid accent. Anyway, so I get it pretty close, close as I can at least.
You sang your own alternative and R&B music, but now you're back to the 70s. Why is ABBA's music still loved so much even today?
Well, I think they finally, they cracked the code. They have, they know how it works. And in terms of writing songs, they have a formula, and they just incorporated that formula in all of their records, and great music just lasts. I mean, it's no secret really. And, those records are timeless, they'll live forever, and people love them. So, they cross generations and not going anywhere anytime soon. Mania
is full of all the bells and whistles, costumes, lighting from one of ABBA's biggest concerts. What's your favorite song from the show? I'm
a sucker for the slow ballads. So Fernando, Winner Takes It All. Anytime I'm playing the acoustic guitar, I tend to sort of, gravitate towards those songs, because I'm a sucker for the deep cuts, the slow deep cuts.
How has this tour changed the way you see ABBA?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I wasn't, super hip to their music, except for the obvious, the Mamma Mias and the big songs. So when I got to really dig in and understand how they applied this formula to all of their music, and I got to see videos of the recording process and the writing process, I just gained so much more respect for them, as a songwriter especially. This guy, he figured it out. He cracked the code. And time has shown that, they just knew what they were doing. So I didn't know a lot about them, but once I got the gig, I, did a deep dive, and I just was blown away.
Michael Wagner from Mania, the ABBA Tribute, is joining us beyond the mic for the Rocky Nate. Michael, this is 8 random questions. Just trust your first instinct. There's no pressure.
Okay.
Yes, no, or maybe. Hardest question known to man. Have you ever counted how many sequins are in your outfit?
No.
Have you ever thought about it?
No. But now I am, I think. Yeah. I'm going to go, if I had to guess, I'd say probably about 800 individual sequences.
Best class at the Pittsburgh Creative and Performing Arts School?
Oh, come on. Musical theater, freshman year, Musical Theater 101, the introduction course.
What's your go-to order when you visit Primanti Brothers at home?
Oh, now you're playing on my heartstrings. Cap and cheese.
Very nice. Favorite theater you visited so far on the road?
Ooh, maybe the Rockford Music Hall in New York. Is it Rockford? Yeah.
Okay. What's your must-have roadside truck stop snack?
Sheetz Pizza.
First guitar you ever owned was what, and do you still have it?
A Takamine, and no, I had a dysfunctional manager who sold it for nefarious purposes.
Wow. That's sad.
Yeah, it was a bummer, dude.
Biggest fish you ever caught was what and where?
Probably probably a catfish back home in Pittsburgh. I don't know. I've caught some big bass too. My dad is actually he's one of the local legendary fishermen. So I probably caught like a 6 or 8 pound bass before.
Last Steelers game you went to see live was where and against who?
Oh man, I think it was at home. Maybe 2022 Baltimore. I think we lost that game. But fun fact, I was a ball boy for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2001.
We'll finish off the Rocky Nate with the impossible question. Okay, Michael, what was the one piece of advice your late Pap John gave you when you started your musical journey?
I think, he just told me to just be happy with doing what I'm doing and to love every moment and don't look back and don't question it and just go forward and just to just to live it to the best of your ability and take it all in. He was a big believer and a big fan of mine, and he always believed in what I was doing. So he was always encouraging.
Time for the back half with Michael Wagner beyond the mic. What's the best thing about your friend and Mania cohort, Melissa Harding?
Oh, well, she's one of my oldest and dearest friends in Los Angeles. My favorite thing about her is just her joy that she brings in daily to the room and to the cast and to the crew. She's just always positive and uplifting and keeps us all just happy. She's a good soul.
You've been on the road with your own tour. How is touring with Mania different?
Well, it's a lot more professional. we have a bus to sleep on. They make sure, we're fed and watered and showered, unlike some of my tours where, we would just kind of get there how we got there and, maybe we had a place to play or a place to sleep and not. But, these guys are just, they're consummate professionals. I mean, you can tell that's why they've lasted so long, 30 years doing this particular gig, and they're just awesome, top-notch people.
What's your routine from when you finish a show to getting to the theater for the next show?
My routine is, I try to have like a little unwinding time because we get done at like 10. So I've been playing video games. I brought my PlayStation on the road last time, and so I do that. I'll play PlayStation for a couple hours, get to bed, get up around 9 or 10, and then just first thing I do when I wake up is I find the nearest local coffee shop, and I start my day there. And so coffee and video games. That's my routine.
What's your best PlayStation game?
I think I'm a kind of hip to the Assassin's Creed games. I've been replaying them as of late, and I'm actually replaying Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So I'm thrown back in the middle of the Peloponnesian War there and having a good time.
How's this tour changed the way you love music?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's just nice to be able to do this for a living. I've been in LA for 20 years, and it took me almost that amount of time to be able to be a self-sustaining full-time musician, and a large part of that are opportunities like this. These traveling, paid gigs. I mean, it's every kid's dream to just be able to do this job and get paid and pay your bills and do your music, and it's just a blessing, dude. And it's so hard to get there. It takes a lot of time and a lot of luck, and I've just been blessed with both.
What's the funniest story from the Mania tour so far?
There's a few. I think the most memorable for me was our keyboardist, who is just the sweetest kid, Joey Carroll. He's also the youngest member of the cast. And we had our bus break down outside of some small town in Idaho. And so they sent a party bus to pick us up, to take us to the next location. And as a party bus, we all got on the party bus, and we're driving down the road, and I'm looking around, and we're all talking and having a laugh. And I remember, wonder where Joey is. Is he in the... Oh, no. We were maybe 15 minutes down the road before anyone realized. He didn't even bother to call anybody and let anybody know. So we had to turn around and go pick up Joey, who we had left at the stop there. So that was fun.
Who inspires you on this musical path?
Oh, man. My biggest inspirations, I think, Prince, D'Angelo, just some of this sort of like the black R&B pioneers and stuff. That's the kind of music that always spoke to me. That was the kind of music my Pap John played for me. And so, yeah, I just love those guys, Temptations. So, anything like that, that's the kind of stuff. I mean, I know ABBA is a departure a little bit from that, but, yeah, anytime, I'm feeling a little unsure of myself or whatever, I'll just pop on Prince videos or D'Angelo videos, Bill Scott or something like that. Find some new inspiration.
How has your friends and parents helped support you on this path? There was a time when, particularly I'm an actor as well, and I had a son and when I was young, and so there was a time there where I think, I was kind of going to cash it all in and maybe just go back to Pittsburgh and, do something else that was a little more steady. And they just kind of rallied around me and said that, you've got too much, going for you. You got too much talent. You got too much love for this to give up. And they've always been there. Like, no, through thick and thin. They're always pushing me and inspiring me. And it's like, yeah, they're just always been there, man. I'm really lucky that way. What do you want people to take away from Mania?
I want them to know that, that ABBA's music is still alive and well, that, and I mean, I don't think that, I think they know that, otherwise they wouldn't come to the show, but maybe inspire them to, learn a little bit more about some of the other parts of the catalog, as opposed to just the big songs. I think that, we do that. We really dig in and bring out parts of the catalog that you might not otherwise think were popular. And I think we give people a new inspiration to listen to ABBA, to go back to listen to those records and relive some of those, those early memories of ABBA. So yeah, I just want to give, just pay more tribute to the greats.
Time for one big question with Michael John Wagner from Mania. You've experienced wildfires, earthquakes, and the joys and heartaches of music. What makes the joy of a fan connecting with you, singing along as you perform, changed you?
Yeah, I mean, I did a schools tour in the UK, where we went to different schools in the West Midlands area, and I played my original music, and I had a couple songs that were big at the time on the Bring It On movies and stuff. And to watch these kids who I'd never met from halfway across the world sing these lyrics back to me just made me feel, I don't know, that I was doing the right thing, that all of this was worth something and for a reason. And yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but it definitely is, moments like that makes it impossible to want to stop.
You've seen him in Cinemark movie pre-show. Now you can enjoy him in Mania. He was a ball boy for the Steelers, had a manager sell his first guitar ever, and wants you to see Mania. Michael John Wagner, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you so much, brother.
And that, my friends, is Beyond the Mic. If you're enjoying these conversations, please check out another Beyond the Mic episode to find more actors, artists, and people you need to know. We'd also appreciate a like and subscribe on the Good Pods app.